Today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live, the Fed cut interest rates by 50 basis points. The Federal Reserve has cut its benchmark interest rate by 0.50 percentage points. As of today, September 18th, 2024, this decision marks the first rate reduction in 4 years and lowers the federal funds rate to a range of 4.75% to 5%. Easing borrowing costs is the goal. Inflation concerns have diminished and worries about the labor market have increased. They expect this to be the first in a series of reductions, with further cuts anticipated later this year. HSRL is a production of Safe New Media. Before you keep watching, it's important that you know who this show is for so that we don't waste our time talking to the wrong kind of person. Self actualizers are characterized by efficient perceptions of reality. You have the ability to judge situations correctly and honestly. You are alerted by the superficial and dishonest. You strive for self fulfillment and possess unique characteristics that enable you to perceive reality accurately and engage in meaningful pursuits outside of yourself. That's who this show is for. Self actualizers, agents of progress. We are making the most of our lives. This micro podcast live stream, the only one of its kind right now on this subject, going live on X. Therefore, the most popular live stream podcast live right now on the subject, going live on X, is not for you, sweetheart. If you take yourself too seriously, if you are a seeker, let me be your guide to discover accurate truth for yourself. Let me help you increase the quality and effectiveness of your life by revealing to you the hidden secrets of the universe. This show is specifically for those who are seeking new perspectives, fresh ideas, and a willingness to explore new possibilities. My intention is to help investors like you stay ahead of the curve and make the most out of emerging opportunities. Today on HSRL. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. Not all, some of us, real estate investors in particular. The Federal Reserve just cut interest rates by 0.50 percentage points. Finally, that's like the financial version of the guy who stops holding his breath 4 years into a who can wait longer contest. You know what's been happening lately, right? Those economic wizards known as the Federal Reserve, went ahead and cut rates. This is a big deal since they were really high. No, I don't mean Jerome Powell is high on his own supply. I mean, they'd been raising the federal funds rate to high levels. The federal funds rate is the interest rate at which banks lend reserve balances. They lend to other institutions overnight. So while you're asleep, your bank is borrowing money to lend to your deal. Someone said, if you never make money while you sleep, you will have to work until you die. Well, the bank is making money in your sleep. When you wake up, you have to go to work to repay the money they lend you. The rate is set by the Federal Open Market Committee, FOMC, of the Federal Reserve. Why? This rate serves as a benchmark for other interest rates in the economy, which influences borrowing costs for consumers and businesses. For instance, changes in the federal funds rate can impact mortgage rates. It impacts credit card APRs and savings account yields. As of today, they lowered the federal funds rate by 50 basis points to a range of 4.75% to 5%. I know what you're thinking. What is so great about that? The Federal Reserve Bank of New York publishes the effective federal funds rate, EFFR. It reflects actual overnight lending rates, all right? They're sitting there like, all right, let's bring rates down, but just a smidge. Don't want to make anyone too comfortable. And people are like, wow, 0.5%. Maybe now I can afford more of that debt I've been wanting. It's funny how they say this will help the labor market. Like, I get it. Everyone's worried about jobs. But how is lowering the interest rate going to help the fact that half the population now thinks their career goal is content creator? I know there's a strong demand for content, more content. It makes me wonder why there's so much emptiness, vapid people living meaningless lives. This morning, I witnessed two girls taking photos of their Starbucks drinks. That provides compelling content for their Instagram, doesn't it? Now, with lower interest rates, they can rack up more debt on their credit cards. And who will benefit? Starbucks. This is a great time to own a business, folks. The Fed says this is the first of many cuts this year, so buckle up, people. By the time they're done, inflation will have vanished. That's not true. Inflation will never vanish as long as we use fiat currency. Am I right? That's why target inflation is 2%, not 1%, not 3%. 5% is right out. The percent of inflation shall be 2. No more, no less. They're doing this because inflation's like that party guest who finally got the hint and left. But now everyone's worried about the job market being the next to overstay its welcome. Oh no, not the labor market. It might not leave until we play Sweet Caroline at 3 a.m. The good news is they're cutting rates to make borrowing cheaper. We want that. It stimulates the economy. We like stimulation, especially when it's slightly less expensive. In conclusion, borrowing is now less expensive than it was the past 4 years. The Fed has been increasing rates since March 2022. By July 2023, they were at the highest levels since 2001. Americans argue about who the next president should be, but the real issue is the Federal Reserve. Their job is to promote maximum employment, slow down inflation when it gets too high, make sure it doesn't get too low. If inflation gets too low, that becomes deflation. What happens when deflation kicks in? Consumers delay purchases. They anticipate lower prices. That reduces demand. The economy slows down. Demand decreases. Businesses lay off workers and cut production. That leads to increased unemployment. That's why the Fed's mandate is maximum employment. The real value of debt increases during deflation, which makes it more expensive for borrowers to repay loans. So more people default on their loans and businesses are in trouble. Their returns are lower. That could result in a deflationary spiral. But guess what? Inflation can be good for the burden of debt. It reduces the real value of existing nominal debts. When money used to repay debt has less purchasing power than the incurred debt, that's not bad. Not for the borrower. They can repay using cheaper dollars. So the Fed's job is to maintain this equilibrium. Isn't that worth paying attention to? That's my time. I got to get back to work. Share this, retweet on X, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. You're allowed to make fun of me only if your jokes are funny and you get my name right. You don't have to, but if you want to, no pressure, you can visit my X profile to learn more. If you want to, no big deal. Totally up to you. It's not necessary to follow me on X, but I do follow others who are adding value. It's your choice. Team up with me to bring about serious advancement for each other. The plan is for our community to share with each other the systems, the processes, and workflows that we are successfully using in order to help each other grow. Our Inner Circle Telegram channel is now open to everyone. Not everyone likes Telegram, and that's okay. But I do. I like it. So it's now open for everybody, if that's your thing. Also, you're invited to join our new Orb Club. This is a thing on a protocol called Lens. Wait, I want to tell you more about that. The Orb Club is on this thing called a protocol named Lens, and the platform is Orb. It's cool, great user interface. So there's a club there, Prosperity Club. If you know, you know. Now, a couple more things before I let you go. I write a newsletter every week, and this is for anyone who agrees that success leaves clues, and it's possible. Not a promise, not a guarantee, but it's possible that we can learn what to do by noticing what people who have done it did. Did I say that right? Okay, I'm not talking about prescriptions. I'm not talking about someone's winning lottery ticket. I'm talking about noticing what works for us and applying that to our lives. Methods of Prosperity newsletter. It goes out every week. There's a Web3 version of it. If you're interested, ask me about that. But you can go to prosperity.beehive.com to subscribe. Now, what I'm about to tell you next will shock you.
This is not an offer solicitation of an offer to buy or sell securities. Past performance is not an indication of future results. Investing involves risk and may result in partial or total loss. Prospective investors should carefully consider investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses, and should consult with a tax or legal advisor before making any investment decision.
My team and I are looking for capital partners, brokers, and motivated sellers. Receive details about our investment strategy when you go to Inveresta.com and you secure your place on our waitlist. We're now accepting accredited and non-accredited investors. To secure your place on our waitlist, go to Inveresta.com. Hit me up on our X profile if you want to. If you want to, yeah, no pressure. But you can hit me up on our X profile at Inveresta. We're looking at a 200 unit off market deal right now. It's a great location, emerging market. Retail investors can send me a DM at Inveresta on our X profile there. Let me know what kind of investments you are looking for. And like I said, you can go to the website inveresta.com. All right. Thanks for watching today's episode. I do this for fun on Wednesdays. It's for fun. Thanks for making this the most popular live stream at this hour, broadcasting live on X, formerly known as Twitter. It's the most popular podcast about this subject going live right now at this moment. Thank you. Thanks to you guys. You did that. You made this the most popular podcast on this subject going live at this moment. Thank you. Hidden Secrets Revealed Live is a production of Safe New Media, unconventional, diversified, global, digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, moi, yours truly. My name is Sean Allen Fenn, and I do invite you to belong higher. You can find out more at safenewmedia.com/XOXO. The official website for this show is safenewmedia.com/HSRL. Join our community. Ask me about our exclusive mastermind. Now, I'm going to leave you with this. It's irrational. It makes no sense because I don't do it for money. I do it for the pure enjoyment of it. What is it that I do that is so crazy and makes no sense? Music. I like making music. Not for the money, just for the love of it. So I will now leave you with my alternate mix of my song, Anything You Desire, Prosperity Mix. Available on streaming everywhere. If you are so inclined, you can collect the limited edition version on Sound XYZ. For details, go to safetymedia.com/singles. I like you, but don't take my word for it. Decide for yourself.